Imagine standing in a forest. The trees around you are 12 meters tall. Now imagine something walks out of that forest, and its head is level with the treetops. That is a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Not the creature Hollywood showed you, not the slightly oversized lizard from the movies. The real animal. And the real animal was so much larger, so much more powerful, and so much more terrifying than almost anyone realizes. Today, we are going to reconstruct the true size of T-Rex, and by the end of this video, you will never look at it the same way again. When most people picture a T-Rex, they picture Jurassic Park. A large, aggressive dinosaur. Dangerous, yes, but somehow manageable. Something that a Jeep could outrun. That image is wrong in almost every way that matters. The Jurassic Park T-Rex was too small, moved incorrectly, and had the wrong proportions. The filmmakers knew this. They made a creative choice, but 30 years later, that image is still what most people believe is accurate. So let us start from scratch. Let us look at what the fossils actually tell us, because when paleontologists measure the bones, the real bones, held in museums around the world, the numbers they get back are genuinely staggering. The largest T-Rex ever found is nicknamed Scotty. Discovered in Saskatchewan, Canada, Scotty's bones tell a specific story. Length, 12.5 meters. That is longer than 2 full-sized London buses parked end-to-end. Height at the hip, 4 meters. That means its hip joint, not its head, its hip, is higher than the roof of most houses. Weight, scientists estimate Scotty weighed between 8 and 14 tons. For context, that is heavier than a loaded African elephant. A fully grown African bull elephant, the largest land animal alive today, weighs around 6 tons. T-Rex made it look like a medium-sized animal. Now look at the head. The skull of an adult T-Rex measured 1.5 meters in length. That is 5 feet. That is the height of an average person, just the skull. Inside that skull were 60 teeth. Each tooth up to 30 centimeters long, including the root. The exposed crown, the part that would contact you, was around 20 centimeters, serrated on both edges, shaped like a banana, but with the edge of a steak knife. And the bite force behind those teeth was the strongest ever recorded for any land animal in Earth's history, 57,000 newtons. To put that in perspective, a lion bites at around 4,000 newtons. A saltwater crocodile reaches about 16,000. T-Rex bit with more than 3 times the force of a crocodile. It did not just bite, it crushed. Paleontologists have found T-Rex bite marks going straight through the femur bones of other large dinosaurs, bones that were themselves the size of a human being. Yes, the arms were small, around 1 meter long on a 12-meter animal. But here is what nobody mentions. Those arms were extraordinarily muscular. Recent biomechanical studies suggest each arm could curl approximately 200 kilograms. They were not useless. They were precision tools, likely used to grip prey at close range once the bite had already done its work. To understand what this size actually means, you have to place T-Rex next to things you can picture. Standing next to an African elephant, the largest land animal alive today, T-Rex would be almost twice as tall at the shoulder. The elephant would reach roughly to T-Rex's knee. A polar bear, the largest land predator alive today, would stand at roughly ankle height on an adult T-Rex. A Bengal tiger, at around 3 meters long, would be shorter than the T-Rex's head alone. And a human being. An average adult human being, standing at the foot of this animal, would be looking up at a knee joint. You would not outrun it. You would not hide from it. Its sense of smell was better than a modern vulture's, capable of detecting prey kilometers away. You would not see it coming before it saw you. Its binocular vision was comparable to a modern eagle with precise depth perception for judging distance. T-Rex did not just dominate its era. In terms of pure predatory capability, it is arguably the most complete killing machine that land environments have ever produced. For decades, scientists assumed that an animal this large must have been slow, too heavy to run, too big to be agile. A 2021 study published in the journal Royal Society Open Science reconstructed T-Rex locomotion using detailed bone models and muscle mass estimates. The result: T-Rex likely had a preferred walking speed of around 5 kilometers per hour, similar to a brisk human walk. Running at full speed is more debated. Most current estimates place its maximum speed between 17 and 25 kilometers per hour, not 60 kilometers per hour as early estimates suggested, but still faster than the average human can sustain over distance. But here is the critical point most people miss. T-Rex did not need to be fast. Its prey, hadrosaurs, ceratopsians, ankylosaurs, were not especially fast either. Speed was not the weapon. Mass was. Momentum was. A 12-ton animal moving at 20 kilometers per hour carries force that no biological structure can reliably withstand. Every step it took shook the ground. Fossilized trackways suggest a stride length of around 3 to 4 meters. Walking at a casual pace, it covered ground faster than most animals could sprint away. Science never stops. And in 2025, our understanding of T-Rex continues to evolve in significant ways. New growth rate studies now suggest that T-Rex juveniles went through an extraordinary growth phase, gaining as much as 2 kilograms per day during their teenage years. An animal that weighed around 30 kilograms as a hatchling could reach full adult size over 8,000 kilograms in under 20 years. Separate research into T-Rex thermoregulation now increasingly supports a mesothermic model. Not fully cold-blooded like a modern reptile, not fully warm-blooded like a mammal, something in between, giving it the activity levels and metabolic efficiency of a very large bird or crocodile operating at maximum output. And fossil discoveries are still being made. New T-Rex specimens identified in 2022 and 2023 push the upper estimates of body mass even higher, suggesting the largest individuals may have exceeded the figures we have discussed today. The full picture of T-Rex is still being written. So let us make this real for a moment. Imagine a T-Rex walking down a standard city street. T-Rex's body alone is wider than one lane of traffic. Its head would be looking into fourth-floor office windows. Each footstep would land with a ground force that shattered road surface. Standard passenger cars, which weigh around 1.5 tons, would offer exactly 0 resistance. They would not slow it. They would not stop it. They would simply brake. The sound alone would be remarkable. Scientists studying large theropod locomotion estimate that footfalls would have registered as minor seismic events detectable on instruments at significant distances. You would feel a T-Rex approaching before you heard it and hear it before you saw it. Nothing in the modern world, no fence, no wall, no vehicle, was designed with this animal in mind, because for 66 million years, nothing needed to be. T-Rex was not just the apex predator of its era, it was one of the most physically dominant creatures this planet has ever supported, and for 2 million years, it was completely unchallenged. The asteroid that ended its reign did not defeat it, it simply removed it. There is a significant difference. The real size of T-Rex is not a number on a chart, it is a statement about what life on this planet is capable of producing. 12.5 meters of bone, muscle, and predatory instinct built over 2 million years into the most capable large predator land environments have ever seen. If you found this documentary interesting, There is an entire world of prehistoric animals waiting, animals just as extraordinary, and in some cases even larger. Subscribe, and every week we will take you back to a time before humans, a time when the Earth belonged to creatures like this. We will see you in the next one.